In this video we're going to be covering damages to your electrical cables. This, I mean, some of them could just be damaged. You could have got a little tear, they could have been caught in a door, or some of the wires just been pulled out. Now the best way to check one of these is with a multimeter, and with a multimeter we'll be checking for continuity. Now continuity is the test you put through a cable with the probes on the multimeter held at both ends. So you put the probe on the one end of it and on the other, and if there's a flow or you get a reading of 0, that means the power is going through the multimeter and you've got a good cable without any breaks in it. Now we'll be demonstrating this. You can also do it with fuses, so if your cable doesn't work, it could be the fuse. You could put the probes from the multimeter on each end and check if there's continuity running through the cable. Now multimeters come with a multitude of settings. That made me laugh, that. But the only one we're really interested in is the ohm setting, and it's by that symbol there you can see. This is the one that's going to give you the continuity, and it's the only one really we're going to be dealing with. They do a lot of other things, but for this purposes of this tutorial, that is the one we'll be concentrating on. First thing to do is to get your extension lead up on your workbench or wherever you're going to be working on it, and we need to take it apart. A couple of little covers on these, and the first thing you want to do, you can see that, is put it together. You should get a 0 reading, or near enough, which you have. Take it off, you got 1, you got 0. Now that means that's continuity between the two cables, the two wires running through the machine. Now you can do this while these covers are still on them, but I think it's better to take them off so you can identify the correct one. Now you could, as I say, just put them in here. We can give a demonstration. That one at the top is always the earth cable. So you could put one in there, the cover there should hold that in place, and the bigger pin on that side is also the earth. So we can just touch that and we'll see if we get a reading, which we're not getting for some reason. You can do it this way, but I would rather take them off and check them. So for that, all you need is a couple of screwdrivers. So you've got your Phillips head and your flat head. You're going to need your flat head on this. Now you've got a little metal clip on this, so all you need to do is press that down with your screwdriver while you're twisting. Once you get it pressed down, give it a twist like that, and out it comes. And that's all there is to it. And then you've got your wires exposed. You've got your brown live, your blue neutral, and your green, which is the earth cable. Now on this end, you've got the same. These are screw-in ones, so you need your Phillips head one. That's a flat head. Just undo these. Nice easy job. There are two types of these you can get. You can get these ones here that'll clip out like that. I prefer these ones actually with the screw. I think they're better. They're the ones I generally use. Well, I use both of them really, but I prefer these ones. It holds it's got a cable grip inside it, which holds it better. This one doesn't have a grip, so like, as I was saying, if these fail for any reason, it could be that they're pulled. They've caught in a door and it's pulled a wire out. Now these ones, you've got a cable grip in them, as you can see. So if you pull that, it's connected to the actual casing, so it won't pull those wires. They're gripped in there. Now we've got our two ends again. Now we can see the two wires now this time. Right, so we'll start off with one of these. Now that is a bit tricky to get a grip of them. Now that's our the green wire there. That is our earth. So we'll put a connection on the earth. We know this one's okay because we just checked it, but we'll put it on there again, and the same one here. Now it's a bit fiddly trying to hold these and test them at the same time. But there are little screws on them as well, so you can just put it onto the actual connector there. That's the earth one, and we got a reading there. So that's what we just did earlier, but this is with the wires exposed. So then we can go on to the next one, which is the blue one. You can just use the actual screw terminals on these to put your connection on. That'll be the same thing. There you go, 001, that's good enough. You won't get it 100% on a lot of them because you're just holding the screw and it's sort of moving around and so on. But as long as it's sort of pretty much near 0, which it is there, then that's fine. Then the last one, we'll do the live wire, which is the brown one. We'll turn that round. Then we've got a 0 reading. So all those 3 wires are in good condition. So that cable's good to go. Now, as I say, you could just plug this in and plug it and turn the blower on if it works, and obviously the cable's okay. If it doesn't, you know there's a problem. But this will identify a lot of other problems, and it's quite easy to do. So if you've got your cross wires, if you've wired it up wrong, then you wouldn't get a reading as well. So if you put it onto the brown wire, your live one, and then onto your blue, you've got a 1 0. If you put it onto the brown, which is where it should be, you get a reading. And that's the same with all of them. So you could swap them around on your neutral to live. That's crossing the wires. So neutral to neutral, you get the 0 reading. So that's it. And then that works pretty much the same with a fuse. So you could put if you've got a fuse and you're not sure if it's blown or not, you can just put these two ends onto the fuse, each end like that. And if you get that reading, that means it's the fuse is good. It's got a connection going across from one end to the other. If it's broken, you'll just get that one sign there and it wouldn't work. So that's it. It's a pretty simple thing to do with a multimeter. Very effective and very good. And as I say, you can buy these really cheaply. Many places do them. I've had this quite a number of years really. It just needs a battery in it. There's a lot better ones than that out there today, but that's pretty much all you need. And then all you do is just put it all back together again. On these cables, you've got a little slot. You just line it up like that. There's a little slot in there that'll keep that in place, which will then line up the screws on here. Just need your Phillips head screwdriver. That's it, nice and tight. As I say, you've got that little metal pin on there. You just need to line that up, turn it on, and that will lock it in place. And as I say, if you're taking these on and off, it's quite good. It'll stop it coming apart, but you just need to hold it with one hand. The actual metal pin like that, press down on it and twist, and that'll bring it out like that. And that's it. Pretty good. So that's how you wire up or you test an electrical cable. Now we use them all the time in the bouncy castle industry. That's the quickest and easiest way of testing them. You can do these with domestic plugs on the other end for a fly lead as well. You can check the fuses at the same time. So the best practice from my experience is to have spares in the van. So if something does go wrong, sometimes you may have 2 or 3 extension leads joined together. I often do. If it's a long run down the garden, I may have 2 or 3 joined together. One of them could fail, so you've got to quickly identify which out of the 3 is at fault. Then you quickly whip that one out, put it to a side, put a new one on it, get the job done, bring that one back to base, and then we do what we call maintenance Monday, or sometimes Tuesday, when we bring all the stuff back, put them on the workbench and test them. So that's it pretty much. It's quite a basic little test, and it's very effective. If you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching. You could like and subscribe. If there's any other ones you want me to do, you can leave them in the comments below and I'll see if I can cover them. And if you found that one interesting, there's another one over there with a fly lead, which I also did, and I'll see you over there. Bye for now.